Hey everybody, welcome back. More wargame, more wheel. You know what's going on. Last time we had France Mech Carré, which was pretty solid, pretty fun deck. Something you don't see very often. And today we have East German USSR. Alright. Last time we played USSR. Let's see, do I remember? I don't remember. Was it mech? Was it armored? Was it support? Well, I think, yeah, support. Right, we had the game on highway, I think, right? I remember now. It was a really good game, wasn't it? Or maybe I'm confusing it. Either way, we smirched. We definitely used the smirched. I remember that part. So if you roll support, I'm gonna re-roll. Simple as that. That's them's the rules. I was gonna say I don't make them, but I literally make them. So let's see what we got. Interesting. Interesting. They have some okay marine stuff. They're lacking tanks. Let's see. They have some good planes though. Hold on. I did it wrong. We have to re-roll. I would love to go with Kere, but once again, have the weights wrong on this. So you once more get 4 rolls. I'd love to have Kere, but every time, it's the second time I mess up the weights. Roll Cat A, realize it, re-roll and get Cat C. God dang it. God dang it. Hold on, let me just double check. This is Marine without an S. Okay. Cat C. Marines, Soviets. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure we don't get the Ka-29. But we'll see. Can I even go Cat C? Yeah, of course I can. Oh boy, I'm prepared for the worst. We get the Ka-29. It's 1980. Oh, thank God. Okay, this might be our saving grace. I'm not sure what transport I'm gonna use here yet, so I'm not gonna. You know what? Probably Ka-29. I'm not sure if I need 3 cards in the other tabs, but I might switch that out. Definitely card of in the Ka-29. I think I do want to downbet. You know, Elite more Skyans and a PTR 60 PB. That's not a bad combination. We could even get them in the 5-pointer. Oh, we don't get the empty. Oh no, we do, right? It's a different order. I want those. We get Conqueror's M as well, which is really good. Get Spetsnaz? We will not see Need Saperi. Strela 3. Get 3 cards of proper infantry. Alright, I'll need to think this over. Strela M, that's a very good Cat C anti-air unit. Honestly, it's running like this, alright? And then the Strela 1M, it's not the worst unit in the game, alright? It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Let's run the Grant. Let's run the Grant. Probably done with it, actually. Yeah, I mean, tanks, that's to be expected. Not gonna lie, Cat A wouldn't look. You would get the T-55 with the Bastion missile, I think. So that's not the worst unit. Definitely missing. We don't get Recon Infantry. Alright, that's interesting. Idiom 2 is okay. I refuse to run this. Malyutka, no thanks. The only Malyutka I'll willingly take is on the BVP M80. Storm, interesting. Flame tank, because otherwise people will complain that I'm not using it. I don't really need either of those. We have the Storm and we have ATGM infantry. Literally a helicopter. Oh god. I mean, I was preparing for. Well, clearly I didn't prepare for the worst, but I was preparing for bad things, but not. Can I? I can't even use all activation points. That's okay. Um. Again, I don't think it's run necessary. It's run like you and a Hind, so we get an elite Hind. Maybe there's a niche where we want that. This is the only way we could get K29 outside of the infantry CV. Uh, we have some good stuff, and that is like Elite Morskayas and BTR 60 PBs. They're gonna be great, but that's about it. I'm gonna use you in a BTR 70. No, in a BTR 60. I want you wheeled, but I don't want to pay the 5-point tax. Uh, yeah, the ammo UAZ. Here, let's use the UAC because it's much cheaper. So if you just want like a fast Conquerors, we get this. If you need something with lots of missiles or something, we have the Storm. I'll put you in, I guess. I think there's everything filled that I can't fill. Yep, I've even with the 60 activation points that USSR get without any category chosen, I wouldn't be able to fill everything up. That it's not the first time this has happened, but it's certainly first time I remember it happening with like such a major nation. I'm incredibly surprised about the air tap though. I would have expected there to be some more garbage planes, but wow. Okay. I mean, this deck kind of built itself. What am I hoping for? Well, any map where I can actually get good use out of those more Skyas. They're gonna be like our infantry tab isn't too bad. Like it has to be said. We will struggle against anything that is like a BMPT or something in forests, but against like anything that isn't like a proper tank, we have some good options in forests. And even outside of forests, I guess we have Conqueror's infantry, which for CATC is really good. There's an argument to be made to actually. I think I'm actually better off just relying fully on Conquerors, because otherwise we will like AT power. I think 14 Conquerors is better. Usually I really love spamming those cheap AT gems. In this case, I think I'm better off doing it this way. Alright, this will be our deck, and the suffering starts now. We got, again, somebody who I don't believe is unranked. I presume it's either, again, the same bug or, I don't know, exploit, whatever it is, that we had recently, where we actually played against a major or something, but it showed no rank there. Excuse me. Alright. Either way, I am dead certain this is not like a complete new. Quadstacker 90 is a name that only like a some semi-frequent working player would use. Who knows? Maybe it's even the same player we played against last time. This, no, it is not. No, it's not too big, man. What are you talking about? Anyway, this is not a great map, but probably also not the worst. I'll definitely have to play wide. Like, our Conquerors, I think, have to do heavy lifting here. And hopefully we can make something work with our helicopters. I think I'll send this forward and leave the infantry CV though. Safer. Get some... Oh, a few. Let's start with those. Let's start water with the tracked stuff for now. Get a bunch of BRDM2s. Just worry about where we send those later and just make sure we have plenty of them on the field. I think we can start with the Sturm though, that's for sure. Add some UAZs as well. I want to land with like... I want something here, I want something there, and I want something in here ideally. We have plenty of Conquerors. I don't think I need that. Yeah, 15 points each, right? It's not, I'm not safe. Yeah, screw that. I don't need those. I need more infantry. Maybe a few too many Conquerors. Then around 20 points. Let's get... Whatever this is, I think I'm ready. Alright, I'm ready. Maybe the Storm isn't a great call, but like it has 12 rounds, right? And putting it like here, or even like something like a bush here, it can shoot down there, it can shoot down into here. Alright, good luck, fun. Before we get heal rushed. Like it's too small to heal rush you. I don't want to give away the... Okay, our opponent does have infantry CV. Didn't want to give away that we have an infantry ourselves. Infantry CV. Alright. Those are the Skyas. Hmm. Honestly, you drive like there. Should not try to go in there. Dabs. Cobra and a dab, okay. Just keep flying, just keep flying, just keep flying. The other cannon will wreck you otherwise. Just keep flying, just keep flying. Block 52D. It's an expensive anti-helo helicopter plane. I forgot about you. I'll actually turn you off. You landed. Oh, come on, come on, come on. You have no armor, I think. Yeah, you have no armor. Oh, this is the best play I've ever made. Now try to get in there. Get Conquerors there. Get another Strela there. There's a lot of stuff there. Don't stop. You're in the minimum range, that's the bad part. So... Oh, the side shot. Oh, look at how much damage it took. Okay, I think we might actually play against somebody who's not very experienced though. Bradley's. Wait, this is not Cat C. No, the dab is not Cat C. Right, and this is also... Oh, this might actually could be Cat C. Block 52 definitely is not though. Don't need that much. Yeah, so at least get some form of base defense. That's a freaking HC Abrams. Oh, freaking K. Cobra cannot shoot at the K-29 because it only has a grenade launcher, and those cannot shoot at ground units anymore. Okay. I have absolutely no line of sight down there, I just realized. It's not good. I have some with those Morskaya. See if we can walk you up there. Group you so you share some ammo. Okay. Yep, nice. Oh, it's a pivot, it's with no stabilizer. Or a CS. Or a CS, it doesn't have a range. Okay, but put it back, put it back. Alright, but overall this is looking pretty good for us. That said, I am actually starting to believe we are playing against somebody who hasn't played ranked before, in which case... I guess me having a horrible deck is trying to equalize it a bit, but who knows, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it is still the bug. Copium. That's the HC Abrams, alright. He actually could have just driven up there and killed my CV here, by the way. I got really lucky that my opponent, for once, did the quote-unquote smart thing. Like this, like, you know, given the information I had, would have had if I was in his position, I would have said, no, don't push up there, you're suiciding your tank, right? But again, for once, like, just because something works doesn't make it the right decision, right? All the jazz. You know, just because you won the jackpot after like spending thousands of whatever your currency is on lottery tickets doesn't make it a smart choice as well. And so such like stuff like that, right? It's simple math. Simple math. Alright, that's the Abrams. Those Decisive VBs really had a glow up with patch, man. So much better now. M1A1. That's not what I would have suggested for anyone in that situation to buy. What am I gonna buy? What I'm gonna buy myself, I should say. It's a 10M. Let's add another Conquest, add another K29. Honestly, in mid, I just don't want to like let him push through, and that makes me happy. And honestly, for that, maybe we should just get some grants and keep him bogged down there. More skies getting repaired is very crucial. And they're just critting me to death, man, with those grenade launchers. Not any longer. I'm actually gonna repair and fill you up as well. You're quite important, quite worthwhile. Alright, yeah, you're both damaged, you're both down to 10 HP. But I saw 2 squads, 20 HP, I'm like, oh yeah, they're full HP, right? No, they're not, you dingus. For a second I thought those conquerors were wall hacking, right? Because I started the aiming circle, and then this popped into line of sight. But they were aiming at the M113. Actually not pull you. Let's make sure that these get... Okay, they're gonna be fine. I was gonna say make sure these are fully resupplied before I resupply them, but they're basically full now. Let's add more. For once I would have actually loved to put a helicopter supply in the deck. That's definitely would have been worth more than... Okay, this is good. Would have been worth more than XRCV in my eyes. At least a hit. Not a one hit, that's very unfortunate. Good to unload you before Abrams is gonna get ya. We have no... Yeah, no anti-tank. The best we have... I mean, 24M isn't horrible, to be fair. It's not great either, though, so there's that. Also get some more recon. Pull you back. I want to make sure that the stuff never drives down there, right, if it tries to get anywhere. But actually the middle. Okay, you didn't spot. Optical failure, that's very good. Okay, hold on. K29s. You fly like that. You stay here, though. Put you like here. At low altitude. And you know, just so we have bottoms, get some flame tanks. That horrible minimum range doesn't do you any favors, Grant. But it's a pivot, that's not good. Oh, there's an M1 Abrams as well. Ugh. Conquer's died, I guess it was out there in the open when it shot. I lost my MI2, I wasn't paying attention. I lost another K29, I wasn't paying attention. You are sort of behind the building. Bruh. Pull you back, pull you forward. Yes. Yeah, this is what I was being afraid of. I can only hope that I can get some good close range, like side shots or something with those TO-55s. Like this. Exactly like that. This was the Abrams, right? It was. Let's go. You have 11 AP. It's the same AP here, but you have worse accuracy. It's a... Oh, I would have been so sick if that... Did the Strela miss 3 out of the 4 missiles? Oh, yeah, that's why this is not really a great unit. Unfortunate loss. You killed? No, you did not kill the Cobra. I'll let you stay there though. Come on, man. I mean, I understand not hitting the Block 52 that has like 40% ECM, right? But you shot 6 missiles. Actually, no, you must have hit something. Guess you must have killed like another Cobra at some point. Can you please... Thank you. God damn it. Makes it hard to defend you. Like, as a unit. Okay, there should... There's no, there's still the HC Abrams with like an optical failure, right? I don't need you. This Cobra makes me think that our opponent... Okay, there's more stuff. Is not interested in pushing the right for now. Let's just unload you and hold the position here. Get more Skyas. Get the Storm down here. What's this? Another Cobra. Empt. I did not resupply you. Like, I should maybe consider bombing. We have Seed and we have seen the pivots. That was pretty funny. Oh, you have perfect stabilizer, you do. How do you even spot? Really? Oh my god. Are you actually getting spotted here? By like some recon in there? That's just not great. Side shot? Nice. This is why you attack me. Let's get a 10M. Oh wow. Very good. Careful those guys would kill you. Honestly, let's just put a Congress here as like a second line. How are you still? Where is the recon? Where is that freaking recon squad, man? Is that it? That's it. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, having no recon infantry is so annoying. But I hit you once. At least something. I still the HC here. Oh, please be greedy. 43%. Come on. God dang it, man. That Cobra, man. It didn't even get hit once. Alright, time for another CV. We are ticking, which is good, but I want to tick more. We need to tick more. By you. I still have you down there. You know, you stay there. Just so we know this is clear. But what just... That was an ATGM hitting the ground. Bit risky putting a Ural there, but... Strela? Thank you. Oh, you even shot at different targets. Couldn't be better. Couldn't have been better. You're spotted from those Navy SEALs, really. It's an M1 Abrams. Could be an M1 IP, but it's probably an M1. It is a 1.5mm gun. Oh, that's a freaking Nighthawk. Alright. Got crit by Estrella. Let's put a better user down so there's some radar AA that spots better. I don't know if that's the same Abrams as... Are you... Okay, no, you were aiming at something and then you stopped aiming. What the heck? I was like, are you actually spotting the Conquerors from there with something? Like, are there Navy SEALs or some shit there? The Navy SEALs still are here though. Like, look at those Sturm and Maestrella being spotted. Once you just get... Okay. Are you really the same? Yeah, the same range. Okay, let's just get some T-55As. And flush out those Navy SEALs. Oh, Rangers. Oh, they walked up. Okay, with that. Okay. Nice, they missed. Another stunned. Shaken. Panicked soon. Oh, side shot on the HC. Oh, it actually turned around. Would you look at that? Oh, it's an HA. So he's an HA and an HC. Jesus Christ. So they forced him down at least, so that's good. That's the worst grad I've ever used, I think. You have line of sight down there, okay. Probe with the beat. No, let's wait until the grad is firing. Another Abrams. Pull you back, pull you back, pull you back. Kill the pivots, that's good. Could use a bomber now. Supplies. Get some stuff going. We drive down there and then up here. Your plan. Start probing with you and with you. I don't want these to actually have line of like very far line of sight down there. So I'll pull them a bit back. I want them to basically only okay, well, 2 on the right, 2 here. Bit like that. Maybe we can get like the next time the Abrams or something shows its face, we can maybe get a crossfire going. That's the idea. Interesting angles. Pull you back. And then I might 2 on the field. I hope I can see at least a bit down there on the lower end with the MI2 here, while I'm still safe from AA and such. Okay, good range with the Sturm, just out of like gun range, like full gun range. So I would at least get 1 shot off, plus whatever tank is going up there is probably busy shooting at the infantry anyway. So it should be mostly safe though, up back there. Probing is successful. Now let's be very cheeky and put a CV in there. Bit of a Sturm, like sort of shutting this down as well if need be. A bit down. Those are presumably like Rangers or something. Go up a bit. Go down. Get that CV here. He died here from something there, probably like the Abrams or whatever that was. I didn't pay full attention. That speaking of, that thing is moving up again. Quite some stuff. Oh, okay. Sometimes if you only briefly lose line of sight, yep, ATGMs can keep guiding. I'm not sure exactly how it works. What I presume is if you only lose line of sight between the line of sight and accuracy checks and such, then it's probably like that's probably how it works. But I wouldn't be able to like actually like tell you with certainty. Right, good screening with those M113s. Great screening, in fact. Get some water spam going. Oh, Thunderbolt, okay. But the Conquerors, another side shot. And a kill? Hey, hold on, what? Wasn't that HA full HP? Was that a crit? I'm pretty sure that HA was full HP. And the HC was... Oh, the HC also died, wow. That actually was a new player, huh? At least ranked, or 1 versus 1. It actually was. Wow! I mean, I was right with the assumption that this is not like a new wargame player. Wow. 10v10s maybe? It's rare to nowadays see somebody meet somebody for the first rank game. Yeah, you got it. Like, you clearly, or like they are clearly not using attack move a whole lot. Look at those conquers. Oh. And on the one hand, you say, well, yeah, that's the roll. On the other hand, look at the rest of my freaking deck, man. PBs. PBs. Conquers were... Without a Conquers, this wouldn't have worked. Holy. They're what kept the deck together. Honestly, the more Skyak, the kill on the dab was just... Chef's kiss, though. Chef's kiss. I needed to be able to... Like, it really looked like they didn't have... Like, fortunately, I didn't pay full attention. They only had one missile left, or missed the other one on the K29. It was at 5 HP. But I really needed to be able to unload them, right, early enough. So, because otherwise, they probably would have survived the crash, unless the autocannon would have dealt enough damage before the Stinger finished me off. But they would be like 2 HP and panicked and such, right? So they'd be useless. But this way, I actually... And you know, it also happened that my opponent missed micro, right? They should have attack moved towards me. But they right-clicked. Sometimes you want to right-click, or frequently you actually do want to right-click with AA healers, but you still gotta pay attention to how and where you're right-clicking, right? And with it having no armor and the Morskaya being elite, that was that. The Storms were fine enough. They have 20 AP, right? They're the base Kokons with 20 AP, not the Kokon M. Yeah. Let me actually see. The 20, yeah, I was about to say the 24p is actually, even the MTV is catsy. Jurgen is catsy. Base Gorn is actually pretty decent with the 10-point PGR 60 PB now. The base VDV, but that's to be expected, right? That I don't get those. Razzmann, they're just not available in Marines, huh? They're just not in Marines. Alright. I mean, Gru are, but Gru are not Cat C, obviously. BMPT is Cat C. There's so many planes to choose from. I thought you'd get... I mean, I falsely thought you'd get the MiG-25 PE for a second. But now that I think about it, right, I play Red for Marines every now and then. And they have like just enough good planes to choose from to fill the 7 slots, and I never used the PD there, right? PD is crazy in any deck that gets free veterancy on planes, right? Which is now just airborne, or well, is just airborne. On elite, those things just crit you to death so frequently. And then let's look at what you'd get in Marines in general, right? Obviously 90s variants and Conquer Sam and Eglas and such, but other than that, yeah, okay, B tier 90 and B tier 80A are actually probably the biggest things. Morskaya Perota 90, not as big of a deal. I mean, sure, there are some situations where having the 17 AP launcher would be would actually be crucial, but I don't think that's nearly as impactful as having like the wheeled autocannons, or even the BTR 80 sometimes, funnily enough, with its 2 armor and twice the base accuracy on the PB. Support, you don't really. Wow, you get the Nonas and that's it, huh? That's funny. Tanks, yep, the A and B would have been nice to have. Certainly, like better range, accuracy, AP, and armor and all that. It's not an amazing tank, but certainly better than just having T55As. You don't get Gru, okay, but you do get the VMFs, which are 87, okay. BRDM 3, yeah, would have been really nice as well. And that's just the transports. Other than the transports, just Conqueror's M vehicles, huh? Nothing new in the helicopters. I'd also transport helicopters. They're all available in Cat C. And in planes, you get the PU in Marines and the Yak 1-for-1. Right, those are the yeah. Aren't they like vertical takeoff planes? At least the 1-for-1 is, right? It's like a prototype for vertical takeoff. Or some shizzle. Doesn't like the whole bag thing here just rotate, or am I confusing it with something else? I thought so, right? Okay. Let me. I'm just gonna Google it. Yak 1-for-1. Yeah, it says VTOL, vertical takeoff, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm right enough, I guess. Either way, I was certainly something, and we actually did for once. Well, compared to the other time, play against somebody who has never played ranked before, but they were certainly not an inexperienced working player. Actually, though, now that I think about it, I want to take a look at the deck. Because, again, you don't see that very often. I want to look at what's an experienced war game, but seemingly very inexperienced 1-versus-1 players deck looks like. I think that is actually very interesting to see. Where the heck? What? Am I? Huh? Did I not click on import? There it is. What the heck? All right. I mean, it seems, except for having the less expensive Abrams on the left to the more expensive one, that is just ugh. I mean, it looks just fine. The biggest thing in my eyes, at first glance, is upvaluing the Hornet. I don't think you should do that. But like, should Marines? I mean, Delta Force. I wouldn't say they're bad. I just think you don't really need them anymore. You have your spam infantry. You have some Bradley spam, which honestly is probably pretty solid now. You have your decent shocks. I would replace those with small for sure to have some better infantry-based AT. Because for town fighting, you have Navy SEALs, and if you want some fast-ish Cargustavs, you have Rangers. AA setup is perfectly fine. You should up at the Pips 3 though. Tank setup, I definitely think you should replace the HC with the A2. The HA and the M1A1 will do more than well enough against mech decks and the like. But let me put it this way, right? There's like you pay 15 points for 2 APs, whatever, but 2 armor mainly, 2 front armor, which is huge. you lose one per card, of course. But what you get for 15 points is crazy. And there's not many things where the HC would do like so much better than the HA that the M1A2 wouldn't do much more itself, right? Like the HA will do solid against pretty much any tank that is lower priced than it is itself, and do really well at long ranges against like M84As and the like, with its high armor for 140 points and mobility and all that. The HC with 2 extra AP will not that often like kill stuff in fewer shots, but the M1A2 will be a much bigger wall to go through. I definitely think that if you run a tank setup like this, replace the HC with the A2. The HA is it's a very good middle ground between the A2 and the M1A1. And you get like 4 per card, which is really good. Definitely, obviously something like a Lab Scout is worth considering. And Cobra is a decent choice. Like you'd want the Cobra with a Vulcan, right? I would probably go for this, but the F Cobra isn't bad itself. Definitely not a fan of it. Like if you run the Recon Cobra, there's no reason to use this, right? Because a minigun is pretty much useless versus other helicopters, and the Recon Cobra has optics, which helps immensely, and the grenade launcher actually does something, right? The rest looks just fine, yeah. A bit light on just enough CVs is what I'd say. But yeah, honestly, the deck is fine. They just need experience, right? Either way, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye.